Yeah, right there on the aisle with the red card.
Hi, I'm Lexi Monneson-Olson, Precinct 5. My objections to Mr. Weiss's proposal are pretty much threefold. I echo kind of the sentiment that several people have expressed as far as voter turnout goes. I think that we're going to have a much higher rate of voter turnout if we hold the elections in November. I also echo what Mr. Page just said, the idea that these obstacles in the way of students voting should mean that we transition our entire election schedule is just kind of frustrating. There are always obstacles involved, whether it's that you have work or you have class or you have children or you haven't slept, and people who want to vote are going to turn out to vote, and we're going to have a much higher rate of people doing that if it coincides with these other general elections. And finally, I think that this is just another example of taking a calendar that has been thoroughly researched by people who have been looking at this from many different angles for many, many months, and trying to change it in favor of dates that may or may not make certain people happy, which...
Excuse me, we don't talk about motives of people, we just
Okay.
talk about the issues before us, okay?
It's clear that the alternative calendar that was presented by Mr. Weiss was done kind of in haste. He admitted that it was something that they were working on right up until we came in to discuss this. And to choose that in favor of an election calendar that was thoroughly researched for many months just seems irresponsible to me.
Yes, Mr. Weiss.
Yeah. It was done in some haste, although with a lot of deliberation, and it was done so because we were working on it, and we had to respond to the select board motion, which was recently changed. As far as how hard the commission worked on it, I was on the commission, and as Ms. Haneke said, we did discuss this at length. However, I don't recall ever part of that discussion being the drawbacks of a September 4th primary. If she can point to the exact time of that happening, I listened to it too. It's long and boring. It's my second time through. We didn't talk about the problem of that September 4th primary and how it would affect students running for office. So there is no effort here to just willy-nilly change dates because we didn't like it. We're trying to come up with something that we can agree on, although the arguments happening now suggest this isn't going to be any better than without it. So I'm trying to avoid this, but
Thank you.